What's going on is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. I want to have a conversation really quickly with you guys about Charleston White, my new content strategy, and why I value the bag chaser so much. So somebody sent me a message and they said, Anton, why aren't you dropping a full interview on YouTube with Charleston White? And so let me discuss that first. The first reason why I'm not doing that immediately is that A, if you know, you know, I always value my bag chasers more than everybody else. Now, I love you guys, and I plan on giving you the content eventually. When? I don't know. But I'm definitely going to prioritize the bag chasers over everybody. So if you're a part of the Patreon, which the link is always in the description, as well as pinned to the top of the chat, then you'll always get all of the exclusive content first. And so that leads me into my next point, which is content creation strategy. My goal is to get the content creation space built out first. So that's going to be the priority until it actually is done. When it's done, I have a tentative date. That is going to be hopefully sooner rather than later. But you know, we got to get the construction guys. We got to get them moving faster. We have to get the furniture in. We got to time everything out. And so I have people helping me with that, because another thing that I realize is that I can't do, or it's not I can do it all, but it's better if I don't do everything myself. It's always necessary to utilize the tools that surround you, because the women, the men, the assistants, everybody that's around me are a Swiss Army knife. So content creation coming soon. Content creation space is coming soon. And that would allow for me to not only allow other people to be able to fill content in a space that I believe is sorely needed inside of the city, but also more importantly, for me to be able to separate and bring people in that I want to talk to into the core of the city, so that I can also give them a certain type of experience. Because I'm more about building relationships than I am about filming content. Content is cool, but relationships are much, much better. So I'm continuing to invest religiously in the things that I think is going to make the best content possible. I've seen some hiccups and some things that I want to improve. I need more space. I need different types of content to be able to be shot. I also believe that being in person is much more dope than being online. And I think that being online is a convenience, but it's not the end all be all. It's not the end solution for what it is that I really want to do. And I have a vision for what I think that I can do. And I have the resources, the business acumen, and the know-how to be able to pull all of this off. And so one of the things that I told Kevin Samuels, and some people even seen that, but one of the things that I told Kevin Samuels is that my goal is to eventually, hopefully, deplatform away from all of the YouTubes and the Instagrams and the Facebooks. And it's not deplatforming completely, but using that as a funnel to not have to depend on those platforms. I was talking to Charleston White, and this is one of the things that I want to mention. Not necessarily just the interview itself, and I'll give y'all, a little bit of insight into that. But I was talking to Charleston White, and he was breaking down how he basically has been completely demonetized off some platforms, and he can't even go on Instagram and do lives until a certain time. I'm not going to talk about all of our conversations, but we had a lot of conversations offline. Like, he's a really good friend. We have really good friends in common, and so he's a part of my network now. And so I was able to lean off of a lot of the things that he has going on, and I was also able to offer some resources and some things that would allow for him to be able to solve for some problems, right? And as well as some business acumen and things like that. Truly a relationship. Your network is your net worth. But more importantly, he was giving me some insight, and I was always thinking, right? Right now, I'm just a normal everyday guy, in my opinion, as far as visibility is concerned. Got the Lapeef network. We running with Fight Club. I got big dreams and goals for all of these different platforms. Anton Daniels, Millionaire Morning Show. And we got all of these things popping, right? But then I was looking at Charleston White, and I was, even with his popularity, I'm looking at how he's being censored. And then I looked at President Trump and Andrew Tate and so many others, so many others that people are literally controlling the narrative as to whether or not they can get their message out, and they got to try to navigate around it and all of this other type of stuff. And then I looked at the people like the Logan and the Jake Pauls and stuff like that, and what happened to them and how they pivoted. And they're one of the only ones that successfully, I understand they have a large platform, but you don't know what you don't know. And it doesn't mean that you can't take examples from other people in order to make sure that you're successful also. But they pivoted, and they're not at all depending on YouTube, but they used YouTube in order to, leapfrog into other things. And as a matter of fact, they actually use Vine to leapfrog into YouTube, and then YouTube to leapfrog into other things. Now they're doing boxing, they got podcasts that's completely off of that and everything like that. But it's just tripped out to me. And Charleston, he gave me so many different other things, which I'm not even sure that he knew that he was giving me insight into how I was thinking differently, until I told him, like, man, we should think about it like this. And he's like, you know how Charleston is. Yeah. You know how Charleston is. But, very, very influential. We talked about a lot of the different things in the past and how people did him dirty and all this other type of stuff. Things that's completely offline. And it just continues to open my eyes as to the possibilities of how I need to move proactively instead of reactive, and making sure that whatever it is that I do, it aligns with, or I control the narrative and what's going to happen. So yeah, man, always focused on what makes the most sense long term. Again, I think that content creation for me is 100% of the wave. I'm always going to get that business money as far as, the different companies that I'm silently invested in. I'm always going to give the game as far as money and finances. I'm always going to be pouring into my bag chasers first. The link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat if y'all want to tap into the Patreon, because I'm expanding the type of content that I'm putting in there. Not only am I doing the mastermind sessions, not only am I flying to y'all cities to meet up with y'all, not only am I making sure that I show y'all how to build businesses, not only am I giving you the game from a business perspective, but I'm also putting all of my exclusive content on Patreon first for people to see. And then I might even be shooting some behind the scenes stuff just to make sure that I'm giving y'all all of the game and the value and things like that. So it is awesome. It's awesome, and it's a great time for me to continue to push. And again, be proactive about the things that I'm trying to solve for and do, instead of being reactive and then waiting on things to work out for me. I've always been the type of person that control the narrative and, trailblaze versus wait for the trail to be paved and then try to walk in somebody else's footsteps. I can learn from what it is that you did, but I'm also trying to build out my own path. So that's largely my mindset when it comes to content creation and the things that I've learned from Charleston White. He taught me so much. And no matter where I am in life, I can always learn from the people that I surround myself with. More valuable was the game and the insight that he gave behind the scenes and off camera, and all of the interactions and us chilling on a balcony and having conversations, me, him, Rita, and what up, C? I love these guys. And so, yeah, I love them. I appreciate them. And I'm going to give y'all some more gems inside of the Patreon. Specifically, I'm going to make an exclusive video just breaking down all of the details and the things that I learned as a result of kicking it with Charleston, in addition to dropping that as an exclusive. And then I have some other things and some other people that I got coming up, and I'm going to announce it soon. So some more exclusives, and it's going to be dope. I'm just working out all of the logistics and things that go along with it. So again, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit a like for the YouTube algorithm. I love you. I appreciate you. All the Charleston White clips in between dropping the entire interview and the exclusive are going to be on my other channel, the Anton Daniels channel. So subscribe to all my channels, because I drop on all of them every day, and it's always valuable content. If you need to get in touch with me personally, you need a coaching call, make sure you tap in Anton Daniels 413 at gmail.com. And then make sure you subscribe to the channel. Zoom call, phone call. Let me know which one you want, and then we're going to get you set up. All right? I love you guys. I appreciate you. I'm out.